Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about a topic, a situation really that I've seen went on social media a few days ago. As we know, a person called in to Donna and said she has a prophecy. And basically, this is going to be the basis of my talk today. What I want to know from you is, have you ever had a prophecy come true? Prophecies are like people telling you dreams about. I remember when I was a teenager, there used to be this woman that lived in our street, and I was always afraid of seeing this woman because every time she saw me, she had some kind of dream to tell me how she saw me in lots of compromising situations in a dream. And that really used to scare me. So I used to avoid her at all costs. It's the same way I have a family member who anything she dreams, it comes true. And it's the same with me. If I dream something, you can guarantee that it's going to come true. So most of the time what I do is reject it in the spirit, read the Psalms, do something to make sure that any horrible or terrible dreams that I have do not come to pass. But luckily, most of the dreams that have come to pass where I'm concerned are dreams that are not in any way detrimental to me or anyone. But my cousin, I've reached a stage where I said to her, please do not tell me anything you dream, because she dreams some really serious dreams and a lot of them seem to come true. It's the same way when people come to us and tell us about prophecies. Some of the prophecies are not good. Some of the prophecies are frightening, and you will find that people react to what people are saying. Some people don't want to know the future. If it was meant for us to know the future, we would know the future. And some people do not want to know about the future. And for some people, giving them prophecies about what God said and what God didn't say can be quite frightening to some people. So my thing is, if God wants to talk to you, he's going to come and talk to you directly. He doesn't always use a person, especially if you yourself have a connection with God. I don't really see why God would tell somebody else to tell you. So it's understandable when people want to shy away from these kind of people, because not every prophecy is true. Not every voice that we hear is the voice of God, So people have to be careful when they listen to these prophecies from other people. And what I want to know from you today, have you ever had a prophecy come true? Have you ever had a dream come true? And are there people around you who's constantly prophesying and telling you that this or that is going to happen? And how do you feel when these people approach you and tell you these things? You'll also find these televangelists, when they have a program on TV, they will be prophesying to people they don't know. I mean, they might say things like, there's a girl called Jane, or there's a man called John. There is such and such a thing wrong with you. You have a pain in your back. I mean, there is so many people out there by the name of Jane or Jack or Mary who would probably have a pain in their back. So really, prophecies are not always what they seem. So really, I've never had a prophecy come true that has been revealed to me. So if I want answers, I tend to go to God for myself and tell him to give me the answer or show me a sign or something like that. That way you can guarantee that it's definitely coming from God, even though sometimes you will find that there could be a counterfeit of your prayers. You could sometimes think that it's from God and it's not from God. So we have to be very careful when it comes to talking about things like prophesying to people and some of these things as well, another important thing is that a lot of the things that you hear from people can become mind over matter. You can concentrate so much on whatever that person told you, and especially if it is a bad dream or a bad prophecy, you could concentrate on that thing so much that you bring life to it. And, you know, a lot of things we verbalize things. And when we verbalize certain things, words tend to take flesh. So we have to be very careful about these prophecies and these dreams that people are coming up to us and telling us. So what I'd like to ask you today, should we even take prophecies seriously? Some people swear by them like they are divinely inspired messages meant to guide us. Others think that they are just vague ideas you can twist to fit to anything. And think of the times when you hear people say, oh, I knew this would happen after something big goes down. We love to believe that there's some kind of hidden messages or grand plan to everything. I mean, I do believe there's a plan, a grand plan for everything myself, but when it comes to dreams and prophecies, I'm very cautious. And do they come true? There are so many ways prophecies get interpreted after the fact to make them seem like they were right all along. People latch on to the bits that seems to match, ignore what doesn't, and bam, the prophecy is fulfilled. It's like horoscopes. It's a vague prophetic prediction. They are open-ended enough that you can make anything fit. But on the other hand, if enough people believe in prophecy, sometimes they start to act in ways that make it seem real. And this is where you get into mind over matter. Like if you are told you're going to do something great, maybe you start pushing yourself to make it happen. The dangerous side is real. People can get really obsessed with prophecies and feel like they don't have control over their own choices. They start following visions instead of making decisions based on reality, which could lead to all kinds of issues. And let's be honest, some people use prophecies to manipulate others. As I mentioned before, leaders or spiritual guides might say they have a vision just to get people to follow them or act in a certain way. But at the same time, prophecy can be inspiring, something for people to hold on to keep them going forward. It's like a reminder to stay hopeful or look out for opportunities. It might not be about predicting the future so much as giving people a reason to believe they can make it happen. So are prophecies real? Maybe, maybe not, but they can feel real enough. They can make us look at things differently and sometimes even push us to take action. It's like at the end of the day, we might be writing our own stories based on what we choose to believe. So, yeah, prophecies, they're mysterious, can be powerful, sometimes inspiring, but they can be downright scary for some people. Prophecies bring comfort, but for others, they can create a sense of fear or urgency, sometimes to the point where they lose their grip on reality. Mind over matter can kick in hard, and people start acting in these predictions, even to take them into some risky, dangerous territory. So what about you? Do you believe in dreams, visions, or prophecies? Have you ever had one come true? Or has anyone come up to you with prophecy? How did you react? Did you brush it off, or does it sit with you? It's amazing how much these ideas can shape our thinking, sometimes for the better and sometimes not. So guys, have a great day and leave your thoughts in the comments. One love.